So basically what may have happened is, it's a paid coup in theory, that for their movement, they were so extreme about it, they paid this protection, these rallies. And in India, when they went there and other places, they paid for protection of their movement. And these people are still trying to cash in, and it may have even, it may have even gone personal. Whether you like to admit it or not, if you defraud a person, it's not the person who's defrauded whose fault. There's false advertisement laws that are supposed to protect people. You can't blame a victim of false advertisement and make him the problem when really it's the person. That's the thing. These people, they're just insatiable. They most likely participated in that directly. They most likely directly participated in that, and they just feel so dumb. They're like, oh, but you got tricked. Yeah, well, that's called a victim. And they're victims. So their whole glossary, everything, they're the complete antithesis of everything they say. Sixth Amendment is supposed to protect people. And these people, I'm sure they aided and assisted for that even to happen, for that to go unnoticed. I mean, Donald Trump, if that is the case, he was a public figure. He was at parties, people knew him. He wasn't an introvert, so people clearly knew who he was. The people who did know who he was, and they know, and they're just being spiteful and vindictive, and that's all they really know how to do. Obviously, these people, they're everything they say they're not. They're hateful, and obviously the worst forms of hate. They're hateful, the worst forms of fucking hate. Victim shaming, defrauding people, and gaslighting. And this is it. These people, the elite now that's parading around me, that's flaunting their money, they're probably the ones who knew exactly who Donald Trump was, as opposed to the other people who had no clue and were defrauded, in an illegal process, and they're just, their hate is just never ending. They betrayed everything and every ideal, and they're just stuck to it. They're stuck to that, and that's what it is. And they're just gonna, they don't even give a shit. They're just gonna continue, burning the world down and victim shaming, people who are trying to do the right thing, who are trying to make responsible decisions, where these people were doing defrauding and trying to trick those people. The sickest thing about these people is they fucking buried people who were trying to make responsible decisions for the betterment of the future, for the betterment of the world, and they defrauded in that way even themselves, with that petty small hatred. Their whole thing basically is just a big fuck you to anything good and decent, and that's it. And they don't give a shit. They're just parading around, and they don't give one flying F about it, dude. But that's the most sick thing about these people, is that they defrauded their own children. They defrauded posterity, and they did it with full intent and full knowledge if this is the case. They defrauded their own children, and they don't give one flying fuck. That's how sick these people are. They stole the world from everybody, and they just don't give a shit. They're just gonna keep kicking people that were trying to fucking do the right thing, and that's all they care about. That's all they care about. Just kicking people who try to do. They defrauded people who were trying to do what was in the best fucking interest of everybody. And they don't even give a shit. They defrauded their own children. Posterity. Posterity is the word. And they don't give one flying fuck at all, dude. They don't give one fucking shit. They're just like, yeah, whatever, dude. I defrauded my own children. I defrauded everybody. And that's it. Like I said, you blaming the victim. You defrauded people who were trying to do the right thing. And they don't even give a shit about their own fucking children. It's just sick. It's sick.